Is Brooke going to be talking to her ex-boyfriend on this show?
She's not here, so I'll say my piece.
I just found out that Brooke was dating Clinton Kane. I had no idea that's who the guy was.
Yeah, and I can't wait for there to be a Netflix 4-part documentary about that shit.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm
Ooh.
no comment.
What do you mean no comment? Make all the comments, please.
No, I mean, because I'm really close to the entire situation. I'm pretty sure I'm one of the reasons why Brooke ended up in that relationship with Clinton Kane to begin with.
Yeah. We all were rooting for it in the beginning. I was like, I love Clinton's music. I still do to this day. I think he's so talented. And we all were like, fuck yeah, marry him. And then it was like, fuck yeah, run.
Get away.
And it flipped very, very quickly. I will say I've been in Los Angeles for 7 years now, maybe longer. And I have never seen anything. And I cannot stress that enough when I say anything. I've seen it all. I've motherfucking seen it all, you guys. I have seen every person do the craziest shit, the most Hollywood shit, the most Illuminati shit, the shadiest shit, the most fucking fucked up shit. And I can't wait to make a memoir about it all, you know? But that situation takes the cake
What the hell happened?
by far. And Brooke's not ready to talk about it, and it's her story for the most part. You know, I can say things I was a part of and I've seen, but that's her truth and her story. And obviously his too, but I don't think he would know truth if it hit him in the face.
100%.
But and she still chats with him.
That's what's the most fucked up, and she won't stop, and like that's whatever.
And I love Brooke. You know, I would literally die for her. I love her more than anything in the world. She's my best friend. But Brooke, it's like a funny bit to her, and I'm like, there is nothing funny about this. Please, motherfucking block him, girl. Like it stresses me out like no other. But
I feel like I gotta educate the class. In a nutshell, allegedly, Clinton Kane, who you may know from TikTok. He wove together this entire narrative that he had lost his mother.
Oh, yeah, he told us that on the show. This show.
Mm-hmm. And there were a lot of comments.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of...
It's where it all started.
Where it all started was the comments on his episode on the Zach Show, which are public comments that I did not write. Yep. Maybe it was just me on 100 different accounts. No, but,
allegedly.
1,000 different accounts.
No. He came on Zachsang and was like, well, my mom is dead. And then all the comments were like, that's weird because here's her Facebook page, like type shit, you know? And that's kind of...
Allegedly, Clinton Kane has lied about his mom being dead, even though he's released numerous songs about it, an album about it.
And then did you see...
Oh, yeah, he wrote a hymn.
Brooke, please don't fucking kill me, okay? They brought it up. Did you see he posted an Instagram post recently where he was like... and I can laugh because none of this shit is fucking okay.
You're just a visitor here. You're not really involved.
If anything was actually fucked up, I wouldn't obviously be laughing. But he posted an Instagram post where he was like, there's been a lot of speculation lately about, you know, my mother passing away. It wasn't my mother. I was adopted at a young age, and it was a person who was like my mother, my motherly figure who actually passed away. And that's my real truth.
But that's a lie too.
That's a lie too?
For fucking sure.
Yeah, he wasn't
In my
adopted.
opinion.
Yeah, her opinion, allegedly, opinions, all of it. Are you going to cover that and canceled?
You know me. I am like, especially because now they're kind of cool and they're chatting, but there was the 4-month period where I was watching Brooke for 24 hours. Like, you know what I mean? If I wasn't watching her, we took shifts.
I remember
you know, me and BB and Natalie and everyone, like, and Lila and all of our we all took shifts on making sure this girl was okay, as anyone would need if they went through being in love with someone in that situation. And so obviously, you know me, I'm biting at the bit to be able to kind of have her talk about it, especially because I think she, you know, got the shit end of the stick there super fucking hard. And it does suck that it sucks and it doesn't suck that Canceled was gone during that period, because I think Brooke and I both were super going through it, and it probably would have been really unhinged and really mentally unhealthy for us to have a podcast during that time. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise. But there's a part of me, because I am the type of bitch who just the truth always wins in my eyes, and I always want to air some shit out when it's fucked up like that, especially to someone I love 10 times more than myself. There's this selfish part of me that wishes we had the podcast during the time where she was like ready to
go,
pull the trigger on airing him out.
And she hasn't yet, right?
She has dropped certain things on different podcasts. I was actually just getting on her because we shot a pilot episode of Canceled, right? And then we watched it back, and it was like Brooke was just being super elusive about everything, like not really saying anything. And I was like, girl, you are going on these random ass podcasts calling him like a fucking cheater and this and that and this and that. So I was like, hey, let's give the people something. If you can do it there, come do it here type of thing. She said certain things, but I mean, I wish this was like Shane Dawson documentary era, like I think it needs.
There needs to be a real expose here, and it's
in my opinion,
it's gonna come eventually,
for sure.
Just also like the idea, just whatever.
Do you remember what Netflix series page am I thinking?
No, this is Inventing Anna.
Absolutely Anna Delvey, but it's like, was it like the football player?
Oh my God, you're talking about
Manti Te'o.
Yes.
And what is that? I remember watching that and thinking like
he was in like a relationship with a fake girl or
catfish.
Something. Yeah, he got catfished real hard.
I remember watching that and thinking to myself like this is happening in another font in my real life before my eyes right now, And I don't even know.
Well, I hope he's okay. I hope he gets all whatever the help he needs.
Yeah,
help
for
is,
sure.
Yeah.
It's like. It's so funny because I'm saying all this now, and like a part of me feels like he's gonna see this. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it's like I wish so badly they would just not be in this trauma bond still chatting moment, so that I could like never see him again and like really fucking say how I feel. You know what I mean? But there's a part of me I'm like, is she gonna fucking invite him to like the next soiree?
Would you want him on your podcast if he would come on?
Absolutely not. I think that there will never be. I will never believe anything he says, and I think it will always be like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I haven't seen him since all of this is unfolded, and I am very excited for the first time I see him in person again, because I think I'm gonna be funny. And it just is what it is, I don't know. It's just like I can't. I messaged him when Brooke was really at the height of her being upset about this whole situation. I was like, aren't you scared or something? And he was like, scared about what? And I was like, aren't you fucking scared? Like, you know what I'm saying to you right now? Like, doesn't this? And I'm saying all of this right now in a very kind of lighthearted, like funny way.
It's not.
But I remember, Alex Warren.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Alex Warren. He is one of those people that I've worked with kind of transactionally, like we did a lot of vlogs and shit like that together and stuff. But throughout that, we did become pretty good friends, and we started to hang out kind of off camera and stuff. And I fucking love Alex Warren. I think he is a genius and a sweetheart, and he's super talented. And he kind of wanted to start to get into the music space. And both of his parents actually died. And you could just tell how much he loved. I think he opened for Clinton at one point, how much he loved Clinton and was really sincerely inspired by Clinton's story to start making music about what he'd actually been through. And I remember there was a point where I was like with Alex, and he was like just telling me something about like his parents dying and showing me the music he'd made about it. And it brought me to tears to think about the amount of people that this person has moved by such a false narrative, and how many people who he has probably saved that would be so hurt to know. That's all I could think about. Yeah.
That's literally
I have goosebumps on my face even thinking about it.
People who felt understood, probably at a moment where they needed to feel understood and couldn't find that sense of understanding anywhere else, finally felt understood.
Yeah.
And for that to all be built on a lie
is just dark.
And for it to be taken away from them when the only reason they're feeling understood is because they lost somebody that matters to them. I have one of my best friends would go with me to see his shows.
Mm-hmm.
She had lost her dad in the last year or so, and like felt such comfort
Absolutely.
from his music.
Absolutely.
And for all of that to just be bullshit.
I can't imagine the heartbreak,
the betrayal.
And then, I mean, obviously you can say that, you know, even if it all is fake, like maybe those people really needed that and it still helped them. And that's like beautiful, I guess. But it just doesn't sit right with me, I guess.
Doesn't
at all. I just think it's a crazy fucking thing.
If Brooke was to get back with him, would that ruin your friendship with Brooke?
Here he goes with the hard-hitting questions. I don't think I'll always love Brooke so much, and she's seen me make so many toxic, awful decisions. There have been so many points where she was like, if you get back with Chris Miles for the 37th time, I'm going to never talk to you again. So I think we've both felt that way about each other, and we ride for each other. I don't think whenever you have those close friends that you lose to those awful relationships, I have always tried to be the type of friend that's like, yo, I'll be here when you come back. Like, type of thing. I don't think that it's not like I would cut her off or anything like that, but I think that even when she was with him the first time around, it would be like her running joke of like, I'm not allowed to do this, you know, I can't, we didn't see her a lot. So I think it would be like kind of like that. But I think she is a very smart girl, and I hope that she doesn't do that. You know what I mean? And I think that she's really excited about Canceled and where her career path is going and all that type of shit. So I think that hopefully that outweighs what is a trauma bond, you know? And that's the thing is I don't ever want to sit here and be like, A, speaking on her behalf, but B, acting like it's just like, oh, she's so quirky for hitting him up. Because, you know, I've been in trauma bonded relationships where it is like being addicted to heroin. Like you can't get away from this person. And when the highs are so high and the lows are so low, especially in that situation, imagine the drastic nature of how high the highs are and how low the lows are. You become so addicted to that dopamine. You become so addicted to the highs of that person texting you, or even just the peace of being on good terms with them because of how anxious it is when you're not, because of how volatile and shit can be when it's not. So I if anything, I just feel empathy for her. And I think that's what fuels my almost, I guess, disdain towards him, because it's like, you've done this to someone I love, you know?
100%.
Yeah.